Hello, this is Simply Adventuring coming to you from Strasburg, Pennsylvania, and we are here at Strasburg Railroad here for the Civil War days here happening on the weekend of July 7th and 8th. I happened to be here on the 8th on a Sunday, so but the programs for both days were exactly the same, so we'll see what everything has to offer. So I've been here before several times to Strasburg for other train events, but again this is Civil War weekend here happening, so as you can see, Civil War Day. Getting photos. It's the reenactors.
Good? Good?
If your windows are raised or if you raise
Stolen wolf.
make sure they are securely fastened with the latch so they do not come down on the hands. If your windows are open, please do not stick your head, shoulders, arms, hands, cell phones, selfie sticks, or your children.
So there's going to be reenactors aboard the train as well. You can see the two gentlemen that were there.
There are trash receptacles provided in the cars, and we ask you please use those and do not throw any trash out the windows. We would like to keep the beautiful Lancaster County farmland just that way. Our cars are very old, and we must ask you to keep your shoes off the seat and the track. Please do not move from car to car while the train is in motion.
Lancaster might get a little bit.
Never leave the train.
Let him get out of the sun. He's afraid of the sun. Yeah, I can see the sun.
So I believe they're supposed to be like a fife and drum group playing. And scheduled for the 1 p.m. on board. I heard that. dining car right here. So we're getting ready to leave. This is the 12 o'clock. So it's pretty much one every hour till 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock is the last train today. So we even have the Good Humor man here selling ice cream as well. That doesn't take you back, I don't know what does. That's awesome to actually see someone in actual uniform and everything. So this is Lefevre Hall. I think they normally would do the like the old-timey picture photos and stuff like that, but for this weekend is gonna be where James Buchanan is gonna be talking at 3 p.m.
They have all kinds of t-shirts and sweatshirts over there. I told Alex that I would.
Yep, I was right, they still do it. So it looks like they moved the picturesque gallery here now to the back end of the building now. So you can take your pictures in the era appropriate clothing like these gentlemen or those folks that are reenacting today would have worn as well. And then this is the 1832 cafe. So we have a whole bunch of reenactors having lunch right now.
The 69.
So apparently they do recognize what do you call it, the units. They're gonna be performing later, so we'll be back here for that as well. So they'll be performing at 1 p.m. so in an hour, and then I have to catch my train now at 2 p.m. instead of at 1 p.m. There's the general store. That's where you get your Strasburg t-shirts and whatever have you. Yes. I bet yesterday probably was a little bit more busier here, I'm sure, because of this being a two-day event and it's a repeat. So the field hospital is right up ahead. We can go check out the field hospital for now. They have a play area for the kids as well here, and you can hear the children. I mean, you can hear the train, sorry. cool, if we can call it. Normally they'd run there's a short train that would run here on occasions too. That just runs back and forth just a little bit down the tracks as well. So we're gonna come here and check the field hospital.
So then this is something you would use to
and two chickens.
cut?
This was a capital saw.
Okay, right
They
there.
brought you in from the field. You got a bullet in your leg or your arm.
You just cut it off.
Well, I'm gonna stick my probe in there and feel around, and if the bone is still solid, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take this guy. White porcelain's been dipped on each side, and I'm gonna stick it in there and try to figure out where. It comes out clean. That's just bone I've hit, and it comes out with a little gray on the end. That means I've hit that soft lead.
Huh.
And so I now know where the bullet is, and I'll go in with this bullet forceps and pull that guy out. If it's in too far and I'm having trouble reaching it, this has a screw in the end, I'll put it in, screw that into the soft lead and remove it that way.
Dang.
Okay, pills on here. Oh, I think I was a doctor, wouldn't you? Those are Altoids, by the way. Anyhow.
I'm taking my drugs.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that's some good stuff. These are sweet tarts, these are red hots, and these are caramels. This is opium. My opium is fresh. It's so fresh it tastes like a caramel. Anyhow, if he came in, I'd stick my finger in there, not looking for the bullet, but to see if the bone is intact.
And if it wasn't, then that's when you would pull it out?
Once it's shattered in the sharp places, it's going to get infected.
Right.
What they call having ill humors. They knew nothing of germs. Lister discovered them with a microscope in 1870, 5 years after the war.
Wow.
So we have no idea of
About
sterile
bacteria.
techniques. We have no idea of germs. We don't know what causes gangrene, but we do know if a bone is shattered, it's going to irritate that to the point that you're going to get ill humors, and that'll develop into gangrene, which will travel towards your heart and kill you. So I'm going to cut off where it's good flesh above the wound.
Wow.
Now when you come in, and I've determined that you're going to need to have an amputation, 9 out of 10 operations in the Civil War were amputations, and I would have used my capital saw. And so, starting in
Were
the
they
Civil
asleep?
War...
Did you have anesthesia back then?
They had anesthesia.
Okay, thank goodness.
Stuff is here. From the Civil War forward to today, Army doctors are known as sawbones because of the amputations that were so prevalent during the Civil War.
It took a special person to be a doctor.
He's going to come in here because 90% of all men were farmers then. He would have been plowing the field behind a horse and plow. And he's using both legs to do it. And he's going to come in here screaming, "Kill me! I'll never see my wife again with one leg. She'll leave me to find a man who can work the farm."
That's so sad.
And so I've got to tell them, we have very fine artificial limbs. It's progressed a lot.
You
since
did
the
not.
War
Back
with
in the day you
Mexico.
had them?
They had them in the Civil War. When you go back to the hospital, they'll take you, depending on where you're from, to Boston, to Philly, or to Baltimore, and you will be taught how to walk, and you will be able to plow your fields. Okay, then go ahead, doctor. It's all right. You can do that. I would have my nurse put the cone over your face. This is an ether cone. It was first used as ether, but ether is highly flammable. And they discovered, through the worst way possible, they're operating in a battle all the way through the night. And as your nurse holds the candle over so you can see what you're doing, if the flame is touched by the fumes from the ether, it will backflash into the cone and into their lungs. Their lungs are full of ether. The whole knife will cauterize their lungs. He's dead.
Oh,
Take him off the table, get the next guy. Along came this stuff called chloroform. It's really great stuff. It's not highly flammable. I'm going to have him down there. I'm going to have cut off the pants leg from this trouser. She's going to give him 6 to 8 drops of chloroform, knock him out. When it takes effect, the body goes rigid.
Oh.
And as soon as the doctor sees him,
Then you get to go.
relax. It's showtime. He's got good good surgeon can remove a leg from beginning to end in 12 to 15 minutes.
Wow.
He's going to use a circular cut. There are 3 kinds of cuts for an amputation. The circle, which is faster, angular, which leaves the flap for you for the stub, and if he was in a city hospital, they did a figure 8 so that there are 2 flaps that come into the leg. But I'm going to do a circle because I don't have much time. Once he's out,
You don't have much time. You got to go
put
for
that
it.
back here, and I'm going to pull it around and go ahead and cut in and make that circle. And I'm going to have her up here and say, hey, let's get him ready. She's going to grab the muscle and the skin and pull it 6 inches up above the break in the bone. I'm going to grab the capital saw 2 inches above, and I'm going to go ahead and saw that off. He's going to walk on this leg. So I'm going to go ahead and take my bone file, and I'm going to file that bone down nice and smooth so that he's not going to get infected and he's not going to have to worry about walking on it. Soldiers now. Okay, at that point I'm now ready, and I'll take the tactical and I'll grab the arteries one by one, pull them out, tie them off, so we're not going to bleed him to death. The look in your eyes has got me worried. If you're amused, I love it. Okay, I'm going to have...
So he's got a ball on him if you want to extract it to some
I
of these
will
people.
take care of this young man, I will. It's in your, I see it's in your left leg, that's good. Because that's the fake leg I got. Anyhow, at the point where I've tied off the arteries, I would go ahead and loosen the tourniquet. If something squirts, I just one, go back and tie that off. Get me out of here.
On to the next one.
Alright, I'm going to get up. I'm 70 years old. Do not panic. It takes me about 3 tries to get there. And I'm fine. This must be before. Man, physician, heal thyself. These knees are going away. I will be seeing somebody that amputate my knees. Alright, young man, you say you've been hit with a mini ball?
I say he's done this before.
Yeah, he has. Okay, we'll leave this down there. Just get you to get up on the table. Saving lives all day. Trying to save yours. This will turn into game minutes. As I said, a good surgeon, 12 to 15 minutes will do the entire operation. I don't have time. Knuckles are over here. I can see them advancing in this direction. Every now and then I hear a mini ball whiz by. I want to get done. So, you'll notice my sword hanger. This is why men wear pants. Alright, let's get him out. We got 12, 15 minutes. Oh, wait, these are coming. On in. We're going to give him 6 to 8 drops of chloroform and knock him out. Now, this is certain things. When I give him chloroform, his muscles are going to go totally rigid. It's going to be like a piece of wood. Let's go ahead and get the anesthesia there. Just 6 to 8 drops of depth. We're going to go step. When he starts to relax, I now know it's time to start the show. I've got to get to work. Give me one of the knives. That's good. I'm going to come in here. There are three kinds of cuts for amputation: a circular, simple cut, that's the fastest, an angular cut, so there's a flap put over his thumb. If he's in a city or town and there's a hospital, they'll probably do a figure 8, which gives him 2 flaps. I haven't got that time. There's these guys coming in gray uniforms. I'm going to go ahead and slice around. Make sure I cut him down to the bone.
Yeah.
I'll take the capital saw, please. The capital saw from the Civil War until this very day, any U.S. surgeon is called a sawbones. 9 out of 10 operations during the Civil War were amputations to save them from catching gangrene. I'm going to go ahead and saw on this leg until I've sawed it through. Thank you, nurse. Can I have the file, please? Bone file.
Sure.
Bone file. Right. Pointing right at it. The little guy with a file on each end.
How do I? Oh.
She would know what it is. I'm going to take my bone file and I'm going to file on this. I'm going to file on this piece of leg here. Because he's going to walk on this. I'm going to make this nice and smooth for him.
Of course.
It's an accurate, this guy with a little point on it, close to you. It's a piece of wire with a hook on it. Piece of wire.
Oh, I see.
Nope, that's. A tenaculum looks like this. It is a piece of wire with a hook on the end. Tenaculum is used so I can snatch the arteries. I'm going to yank them out one at a time, take the thread, suture them shut, tie them off. He would have a tourniquet on, of course. And I'm going to loosen that tourniquet up. If something squirts, I missed one. I'm going to get that guy, tie him off. Now I can take the tourniquet off. And we're going to just pull that muscle and skin down and suture that shut. Now, if you happen to be brought into a federal field hospital, you have a 10% worse chance of survival than you would have in a Confederate field hospital. And here's why. There's a blockade on the south. Your silk thread, which is used to suture, is not available. You've got to replace it with something else. And the South decided to use horsehair from the mane or tail of a horse. Good, steady, it's the right size, it's strong, but it's also very brittle. So I'm going to have a pot of water on the fire back here boiling with horsehair in it. What I've done is I've killed all the germs on the horsehair, and you now stand a 10% better chance of survival than in a northern hospital where the silk thread was packaged by a Chinaman who has just sneezed and put it into a crate to be shipped to the United States. It was picked up by stevedores who have just wiped their nose, and they're putting it into containers to send off to the depot and on to the U.S. Army. It is then taken out of the package by my nurse or hospital steward, and she hands it to me. Okay, your chances just got diminished considerably. All right, we've got him stitched up with silk. This is a federal hospital. By then, now there's a couple of scenarios. If the Southern boys are starting to get a little closer, the bullets are starting to whiz through here pretty quick, she's going to get scared to death, and she's either one, going to run off, or she's a good girl like she is, and she's faithful to the cause, she's going to stick by me. And when she put him out, she might have put 6 to 8 drops in there, she might have put 3 or 4. 12-minute operation in 6 minutes. This kid's going to wake up screaming in pain, and I'm going to yell, "Quick, give me more!" And now she's more scared, and she's going to might put as many as 20 drops on there. She might have just tipped it and given him a teaspoon of it, and this is going to go down as he's breathing into his lungs, and it's going to attract more liquid, and he's going to die of pneumonia. This happens frequently. Southern General Stonewall Jackson was hit with friendly fire through the hand and through the shoulder. They removed the arm, and he was healing very nicely. Dr. McGuire said he was fine, except for one thing, and they probably gave him a little bit too much anesthesia. He died of pneumonia. That's what killed him. They buried his arm in one part of Virginia, which is Tombstone, and the rest of him on Gettysburg, where he lived. All right, now the wake is building up. We've passed 12 to 15 minutes, and he's probably starting to wake up on his own anyhow. Even today, in recovery at your hospital, in med surgery, they will reach under here and pull sharply. If you do this, you will know why. It's very painful. They will instantly push it up. Right here, pull sharply.
You're more like
It hurts. Oh, you're awake. We're fine. The leg came off. Nice clean wound. You should be fine. We'll be sending you home to your artificial limb, and if you're a farm boy, you'll be able to walk behind the plow with your artificial leg. You'll be fine. Get him out of here. I got the next one. Who's next?
Thank you so much.
There you go.
here's your hat.
If you had I'll take out a nice little cutting size piece of your skull. And I'm going to set that aside. And to relieve the pressure, push the stuff on. God bless you, girl. I'm going to go get it addicted, and let's just drain that fluid off. He's going to be fine, maybe. Only about 1 in 4 survive this kind of operation. Not because of me, although it could be. It could be. I may have nicked part of his brain. But because of infection, again. If you get infection in your body, I'll just cut you a little bit closer up. If you get it in your brain, you're done. And they do nothing about sterile technique. Your instruments. And as the day went by, dozens and dozens of guys have deposited their blood on this. I know nothing about it. They believe blood was made by the Almighty. It's perfect the way you put it. It's fine in your body. If you don't have it, you die. So the blood's just fine. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I may have put this off. Probably not. But if I had, still have to go along to see you for your instrument. And it's that way with all the instruments. At the end of the day, you might take a towel, wipe them off. You're still going to have a streak of blood on there. Put it back in the velvet lined case that you got it out of. And you're going to do this day by day for 4 years of war. If you got wounded in 1861, you're a lucky guy. If you got wounded in 1864, you have now got the germs of thousands of men for 4 years of war. Like I said, history discovered germs in the microscope in 1875, years too late for the Civil War. If they have any questions, folks, or if you want samples of my open, in the field, the Confederate surgeon had a problem. He didn't have your big pharmacies in Boston, and New York, and in Chicago. He got into camp. He sent his stewards and his musicians into the field to find medicinal herbs that he had sketched out like a leaf look like. I'm bringing the right thing. He had to take that, and we go ahead and grind that up in this mortar pestle. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is a pill board or pill roller. They would put your herbs that they had taken. They would add enough cornstarch to make it stiff. They would put this on and would roll it back and forth over this stuff until it made itself into a tube, like a piece of chalk. And then you would just slice off the pills like slicing pieces of bologna. If you've ever enjoyed Altoids, they were made then. They've been coming to this country since before the American Revolution. Same thing. This would look like a piece of chalk, and they sliced off the pills the same way that you would make them with this rolling device. You ladies, any of you who have had children, you have seen this. This is put on your belly to hear the baby's heartbeat. This is a stethoscope that had been used for everything in the Civil War. Put that on your young man's chest to see how his heart is. The gentlemen don't laugh and it pleases the ladies. This is an original bottle of medication. It still has the herbal skull cap that's in here. This was used for menstrual cramps. This field surgeon would have this here so that his nurse would leave him alone every 28 days. If there are any questions at all, most of your patients came home addicted to the law that would be prescribed after the operation. Now notice the bottle says poison on it. It also says that if you're a 3-month baby and is in pain, you can give it 1 drop. It's 25 drops for an adult, about a teaspoon. More than that, it says poison for a reason. You have now given yourself an overdose because the laudanum is half whiskey, half opium. You've just given yourself an opium overdose. And you can just picture some old guy just tipping her back. I had the unfortunate circumstance that one of my ancestors, Private Anthony Nichols of the 3rd Maryland Infantry, came home addicted to laudanum. The mailman would bring him a pint for 25 cents ordered from the local pharmacy. At 25 cents a pint, no one really cared that he was addicted to stuff. He took it day by day until he died in the 60s. He never overdosed himself. He was smarter than that, but he wasn't smart enough to give it up. Again, if there's any questions, I am Irish. We know everything, and we are incredibly humble. Incredibly humble. The Irish also say that the truth should never get in the way of a good story. I'm not a blatant liar, but I'm a good storyteller.
Well, Surgeon, thank you for saving our private.
Thank you for coming, everyone.
You'll hobble back to
Good
camp.
luck with your.
Thank you, nurse.
You'll notice in the 1870s and 80s, you see pictures, family photos, and invariably somebody's got a missing arm or a leg. They were in the war. And it's in all the pictures.
So what were the levels of care?
As in?
You know, what a soldier would progress up to depending on how the severity of his wound.
The triage was backwards the way it is now. We now are going to let folks that are doing okay wait their turn. In the Civil War, those that are going to be long term often got waited on first. Because those that were in a bad way, they're probably going to die before they get up here anyhow. If you came into camp and you're severely bleeding, you probably figure there's not going to be enough time to stop it. However, if you come in with, like I said, a wound in your leg, your arm, it's not bleeding, I've got a good chance of saving you. That's fine. If you have been struck in the gut shot, I'm going to give you opium, give you a canteen of water, and set you in the shade and ask you where you're from and the name of the newspaper in your town so I can advertise that you died in this battle. If for some reason, as the battle has ended and I have finished treating people, and you're still alive over there at that tree, now I'm going to take a look at you. If you come in with a wound, I'm going to go ahead and examine you and determine whether the arm or leg or whatever has to come off. If it does, I'm going to pull the bullet and I'm going to send you anywhere. Lint was the ladies at home would shred their bed sheets and make this lovely stuff here that they call lint. This is what you're packing the wounds with. You've got ladies at home that probably belong to sewing bee clubs that get together and they rip your sheet to get apart clubs. Some that also have their husbands and sons treated.
They must have had a very low survival rate.
Well, if you're getting a wound packed, you're going to make it. He's not going to pack one if you're going to die. The funny thing is if you say he did treat a vet wound, it felt to him when he put his probe in that the organs are intact and everything's fine. He pulls the blood out, he'll stuff that in there, and he's looking for pus because they thought that pus meant the wound is healing. It means the wound's infected. They know nothing of infection.
Off the track. Do not enter the track area.
Adventure situation there. Any other questions I haven't answered, like you would not believe? Ask her. She's had to sit next to me for 2 days. Poor dear child.
we gonna mess up your picture? That's way down there.
Yep.
Mr. Lincoln. Is it okay? Thank you.
Good to see you. I'll go back now.
originally in East Petersburg. So the reason it's called the East Strasburg is because they're in homage to it being over at East Petersburg. We saw General Two and the nurse. Everybody's deboarding now. A few folks here.
It's not that we didn't see you. We were supposed to meet anyway now.
Got a bull coming up with steep grade. Here she goes. Around his land, his earthly race is over and the curtains round his ball. We'll carry him to victory on that walrus cannonball. So listen to the jingle, rumble and the roar, as he flies along the woodlands that will walrus cannonball. Thank you. Are you guys ready to play a little thing I like to do called Strasburg?
So I see you survived the war.
On the chump.
They didn't even let me fight on the front, so Army surgeon told me I wasn't fit to march, but
around the campfire.
I wish I could have been there to do my part, but
in between battles,
was there to show my support nonetheless.
On me. Tell you what we do here. Excuse me. If you could think of your favorite bug, on me, caterpillar on me. Might be a caterpillar on some of you fellers. Ain't no caterpillar on me. What was that other one? Grasshopper. Oh, well, this is going to be a little bit tougher. Ain't no grasshoppers on me. No grasshoppers on me. Might be a grasshopper in your whopper, but there ain't no grasshoppers on me. What was that one you had? Ain't no beetles on me. Ain't no beetles on me. Might be a beetle way over on that tweedledee. Ain't no beetles on me. All right, give me another one. See if you can stump the chump. I'm being the jumper. What? Cicada. Oh man. Ain't no cicadas on me. Well, there might be a cicada in your mashed potato. Ain't no crickets on me.
Cricket.
Cricket, you guys say? Ain't no crickets on me. Ain't no crickets on me. Might be a cricket way over there in that thicket, but ain't no crickets on me. Oh yeah, give me another one. We're not out of bugs, are we?
Ladybug.
Ladybug, well, ain't no ladybugs on me. Ain't no ladybugs on me. Might be a ladybug we caught in a jug, but there ain't no ladybugs on me.
Firefly.
Ain't no fireflies on me. Ain't no fireflies on me. Might be some fireflies on some of you guys, but there ain't no fireflies on me. Give me one more. Give me one more. Give me your best shot. Yes, I see the wheels turning back there. What's that? We did spider, didn't we?
We have a Brazilian wandering spider.
Oh man. Give me something with at least less than 5 or 6 syllables. Think of something that flies or crawls or... What? Ain't no Athens on me. Ain't no Athens on me. Ain't no Athens, that's what I said. Ain't no Athens on me. Wait, what? That rhymes.
A bee.
Bees over. Let me finish with bees, and it goes like this. Ain't no bees on me. Ain't no bees on me. Well, there might be a bee on Aunt Louise. There might be a bee on Uncle Pete. There ain't no bees on me.
So I hope you enjoyed your time here with me at Strasburg Railroad for Civil War days here. I enjoyed myself. I really enjoyed the reenactment as we were coming back from Paradise and halfway through there. Near here, but not too far away from the Red Caboose is where they did the reenactments. So again, I hope you enjoyed this coming out with me today and enjoying a train ride as well. Taking us back to 1863 when President Abraham Lincoln came through here. And I hope you enjoyed your time, as I said, with me here. And as I always say, go create your own adventure, and I'll see you at the next location.